What's up, everyone? Here we are. We're back at it. Hard-headed episode 3. As you guys can tell, we got a special guest today. Our first guest, actually, of our podcast history here. Chase Richter, a good friend of ours. Chase, why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners?
What's up, guys? I've only been harassing these guys for weeks now to let me get on the podcast. So happy to be here. Honored to be the first guest. So thank you, guys. Yeah, kind of a little bit about myself. I'm a huge baseball, basketball, football fan.
What's your
love
favorite
the
sport?
Timberwolves. Definitely basketball. So
So the NBA is your
loving
favorite league?
Yep, by far. I just think it's the most entertaining. Kind of, I don't know. I just think it's the best.
Imagine thinking the NBA is better than the NFL.
It definitely
I
is.
mean, it's definitely
No,
up there.
it's get out of here.
Shut up,
Oh,
Spinny.
you guys are awful.
Shut up, Spinny. I know you're a Dookie. Did you say that yet?
Oh yeah, huge Duke fan. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I got some things to say about Paulo and AJ Griffin. So we'll get into that.
Should we just jump right into it right now? Anyways, that's our first segment. Actually, I did want to briefly mention that if you did not notice, we are now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd prefer to listen on one of those, go ahead and jump to one of those right now. Just search Hard-Headed or find the links on our social medias as well. But
We
have
got our
Chase
social
on.
pages up too going. So check
Yep.
those bad boys out.
We got those
Shared them
up.
so
At the end of the episode, we will give you guys our @ and so you guys can follow those. Our first topic though is the NCAA just released the first bracket release. For the first one, they just show the top 16 seeds, so 1 through 4 seeds. Let me pop this up here and we'll. So I do have a couple issues with this list.
you
here.
do?
I do, 100%. You don't?
Not too much.
So the biggest issue with me is why the hell is Kentucky a 2 seed?
Because they're a 2 seed.
But you
What do
have
mean?
to give head to head. You have to put that in play. Do you not? And they absolutely destroy Kansas.
They
So
did
why
do that.
is Kansas a 1 seed over Kentucky? I don't get that.
Baylor's better than Kentucky anyway.
Or
too.
Duke.
Oh my gosh. Stop with these bad takes here.
No, Kentucky's gonna go ways in the tournament. I think they're built for that actually, as much as I've been pained and inside to say that.
Yeah, they I believe they did start off the year with an L though to those Blue Devils.
Don't even get me started about Duke. I'm picturing out of these 16 teams, I think Duke probably has one of the better odds of choking in the first 2 rounds. I would say Spinny's team, Villanova. Villanova is definitely losing first round or second round. Providence, I would say, is another team that will probably lose just because they are good. I see your reaction, Spinny. They're a good team, but when have they ever been this good? I feel like a team that's like over exceeding their expectations usually ends up downplaying in the tournament. That's usually how that usually goes. So
what do you think of Jaden Ivey at Purdue? Have you watched him much?
He's a guy, that's for sure. He's a dog.
He's gonna be a beast.
All
He's
I'm
a top
saying
NBA ready.
is Nova's definitely
Definitely.
not getting out of Kansas, Kentucky, and Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was thinking
That's
that is
not
a
happening.
tough. That is tough. Which of these divisions or whatever they call them, do you guys think is the best?
The
Which is
East,
the deepest?
East is the best.
The East.
Yeah, come on.
And it's close.
West could be best too, but
Yeah, I'm giving a slight nod to the East as
Yeah.
well. I'm a little biased,
I
obviously.
lean the East as well.
Ooh, you lean the East too?
Yeah.
Are you admitting
The West is
Kentucky's better than
top-heavy.
Duke?
I don't know. I just don't like Illinois and Texas as much as Villanova and Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of faith in Texas Tech or Texas. If I'm going to be real with you guys, I don't really know anything about them. I haven't really watched either of their games, but they just kind of seem like teams to me that'll choke. early.
Oh, so based on never watching them, you have the opinion that they're gonna choke. Sweet.
I just don't think they're that good
We-
this year. I can base that off of their record, can't I? Isn't that a fair assumption?
Eh, I suppose.
That's your argument is
Well, my argument is not in. My in was to that. Wow, I just lost my train of thought. That's horrible. Was to your last take. That was what was that? Remind me of that. 'Cause I just choked there for a minute.
I basically said that they're not going to go far just because I haven't watched them.
Oh
don't
yeah,
pick them
yeah.
up.
I mean, yeah, you could base that off of previous views of those schools, but like you haven't seen them play, so you can't really like give an educated opinion.
But that's why I'm saying I haven't seen them play, so I'm not confident in them. I don't know enough about their teams. Like if I'm looking for upsets early in the bracket, those are two teams that stand out to me. I'm not saying I'm going to pick them to lose, but
That's fair.
those are two teams that stand out, possibly could lose in the first weekend.
Respect.
I don't know. I feel like
as biased as I am with Duke, they always love to give you a good scare in that first or second round. So
Duke is Duke is a little sketchy to me this year. I just don't think
Lehigh. Yeah. What?
well, I mean, their losses,
Lehigh,
their
Mercer,
losses
those
this
two are
year,
bad.
they lost a bad one to Florida State, but they lost by 1. Miami by 2, Virginia 1, Ohio State 5. But they did beat Kentucky and Gonzaga this year. So I don't know. AJ Griffin's kind of came out of nowhere though, so he's
To me-
definitely top 10 pick this year projected. So
Yeah, he'll probably be up there.
yeah,
To me, it's just for college basketball, it's always about how you playing recently. Duke,
Yep.
all those games you're saying have been recent. They've struggled in a lot of other ACC games, and I mean it's pretty obvious that the
ACC is down.
The ACC is ass this year. They're not good. It's definitely way down. It's kind of surprising to me. I don't know if there's just lack of recruits or what it is
not
this
good
year, but
Is SEC low key best conference this year?
I think it is. How many teams do we have here?
I think it is too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
I just like those top teams. I
There's a
like
lot of-
Auburn and Kentucky both a lot. Tennessee is always tough. Maybe not as deep, but I feel like at the top, especially.
yeah, I'm thinking out of the top seeds, the 1s and 2 seeds, I'm thinking Auburn, Gonzaga, and Kentucky have the best chance of making the Final Four. And that's
I like Purdue a lot, if I'm being
You do?
honest. Yeah.
they're built to succeed in the tournament. I'll admit they got rebounding and 3-point shooting and those
Rebounding,
those two
3-point
things.
shooting, and amazing guard play. That's
Right.
That's
Yeah.
tournament
That's
101.
That's
Jaden
tournament
Ivey's a
101,
dog.
100%. Yeah, they could definitely make a run, but I mean they lost to Michigan the other day. So
True.
that just shows that they're capable of losing to anybody too. As we know,
Shout out Juwan Howard.
shout out Juwan Howard. If you guys didn't see that,
That was hilarious.
Out here throwing slaps and
he slapped the
In his
assistant
feelings.
coach for Wisconsin. Yeah, I
Who
don't know,
deserved it, by
obviously.
the way?
I don't know. I can't really comment. I think both head coaches are dumb for their actions. It was clear that
I think kind of regardless of if he deserved it or not, it's just something you don't do. So
I'm just saying
Right.
he deserved it based on his actions. That's all I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what was said, whatever, but like he basically stopped and held him there in the first place.
Yeah,
like
that is true.
what are you're instigating the whole thing. Well, you're asking like at some point you're asking for it. Now, when you're a head coach of a D1 men's basketball team, like it's probably not the best thing ever to slap somebody in the face, but
like he literally slapped him.
yeah, yeah, it's probably not the best idea of all time.
And I don't even think that he hit the coach that
No, it was the assistant
he was
coach.
in an altercation. So yeah,
You hit
Yeah.
the wrong coach.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's
I'm sure things were
both
said
coaches'
and
fault
it was
here.
intentional, but
Yeah.
both coaches' fault for sure. That's a crazy situation. No, he's definitely Jawan's getting suspended. I don't know about the Wisconsin coach, but Jawan for sure will get suspended. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
can't hit somebody like that.
Nah.
It reminded me of that clip. Have you guys seen that clip of those high school teams going through the lines and that one dude just absolutely decks the kid, like punches him?
What?
Yeah. Chase, you seen that video, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So on
I wish
like when
I
that
wish
just
we could pull
happened,
that up. But
yeah, I was seeing memes of like this was Jawan Howard in the post game line tonight. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Maybe we'll just pull up the men's league video from me from 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah,
anyways,
nice.
I'm just gonna peep that hint and not talk about it. All
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
moving on. What's the next segment? I think we talked this to death. I think we're ready on this bad boy.
That's a story for another podcast. We'll get that story out of Spinning at some point on this podcast for sure.
What story?
Next thing we're going to talk about is the All-Star Weekend. For those that didn't know, they had a draft, an all-time draft Saturday night before the events took place, where there was 8 teams, basically made out of Hall of Fame legends. Like Jerry West was there, but there's also celebrities like Quavo was one of the team captains. So they picked 10 player teams, regular snake draft from this list. We're about to do the same thing, except we're just going to pick the starting 5. We will utilize similar rules to TNT's format, which was snake draft, like I said, and no position limit. So if you want to draft 5 centers, you go ahead and do that. If you want to draft 5 point guards, go ahead and do that. For this draft, we figured out our order before being on camera here. We have Spinny got the number 1 pick. I was the 2nd pick. Chase coming in with the 3rd pick. For those that don't know what snake draft is, that just means once you get to the end, it reverses. So,
Did you just mansplain snake draft? Come on,
hey,
Bus.
we don't know who's all listening on this.
Come on.
as if Bus doesn't make us run like 3-4 leagues every year in fantasy.
All right. Spinny with the 1st pick.
You know, I never thought this would be my 1st pick, but with you two on the pod, I just have to do it. It just makes me so genuinely happy. I
Don't
have
do
to do it.
it.
I'm gonna take LeBron.
Don't do
the
it.
1st pick.
Ron James.
2nd best player, 1st pick.
I suppose that means I got to pick Michael Jordan with the 2nd pick. Chase, you got back-to-back picks here. Who do you got?
I'm gonna get some buckets, and I'm going with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry.
Buckets, huh?
Yeah.
The team ain't getting any stops, that's for sure.
Facts.
I'm back up. Let's look at this list here. You would pick Steph Curry. I was going to pick him. We definitely need a ball handler. Someone that's gonna get the
Don't do it
ball
to
to
me,
the
Bus.
teammates. So, wow. I think I gotta go. You know what? Screw that. We're just gonna go with Shaq.
What?
Yeah, I'm skipping point guard. We're going Shaq, one of the most dominant players of all time. Spinny, you got back-to-back picks here.
So we got LeBron, right? So we probably should get some shooting going on, huh? It's probably pretty
Yeah, you
smart
need
of me.
shooters. You need shooters with LeBron for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, though, we're just gonna go because are we taking prime players here? Are we voting prime on prime here or what?
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
maybe missed that part in TNT. I'm sure that's what they were.
Yeah,
assuming,
because the listeners are gonna vote and vote my team the best. So I just want to make sure I knew the rules before.
Who are you picking then?
If
If you're so confident,
I'm picking Giannis.
Giannis.
Yep. And then
Who-
I'm picking
who
Larry
else?
Bird. Larry and Giannis.
So you say you want shooters, and then you pick a guy that can't shoot at all.
Yeah, and then I pick an amazing shooter.
I don't
after that.
understand you. You make no sense to me.
I picked one of the best shooters ever. What do you mean?
Just stop, please.
What?
You're embarrassing yourself on the podcast.
Larry's a top 5 shooter ever. Come on, get out of my life.
I think I gotta just go with. Wait, are we seriously out here with my third pick and Kobe is still
Yeah.
on the board?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
picking
was
Kobe.
thinking
This
that.
is
I was
absolutely
thinking that.
disrespectful by us to
I
do
picked
that. I'm not
Giannis
gonna
before
lie.
Kobe, honestly.
Yeah, that's wow. I don't have words for you, Spinny. Chase, you got back to back.
All right, let's see here. Should probably get some size on it. Oh, let's go with Kareem. And we're gonna throw Dennis Rodman in there too.
Good pick. I was gonna pick him
Pick up
actually.
the defense. Pick up the defense.
No, I wanted him for sure. Let's go.
Yeah, who are you going with?
Let's go Chris Paul. I think he's probably the best playmaker on the board here. He's gonna feed that ball to Shaq, MJ, and Kobe. Like
You
no
don't like
other.
You don't like John Stockton or what?
I don't know. I think Chris Paul is the guy.
All right.
Everyone raves about his leadership too. I think that stands out a little bit.
His leadership, huh?
Players have gone as far to say he's the best leader of all time.
True.
Teammates he's had. So
True.
Feels
I'm-
like gonna be a coach.
I'm filling out the squad right here with my 2 picks. So
what do you got?
we're gonna go with Kawhi and Ray Allen. Those are the picks. That's the squad. That's a dub squad right there.
Okay, so I mean, LeBron's your point guard then, or what's the deal?
Well, yeah, duh.
Your team is so not good compared to mine.
My team would dominate yours. You couldn't guard me.
Hey, we'll let the
guard me,
fans
bro.
decide.
Whatever.
Giannis
Spinner.
is playing the center. Giannis is playing the 5. It's great.
Yeah, so I probably need another big here. Or I could just go small lineup and just absolutely destroy you guys.
See, but all my guys can D you up. That's the thing. You get D. I'm D'ing you up. It doesn't matter. We can guard 5 positions.
So can mine. I got MJ and Kobe.
But he has
You
to
guys
go.
literally let me get MJ and Kobe on the team. So that's tough. Yeah, we're going Hakeem Olajuwon with my 5th pick. Hakeem the Dream.
Yep. Yeah, because he's guarding Giannis, huh?
I'm not scared. You think I'm scared of Giannis?
Giannis is dubbing you.
All right, Chase, what's your last pick so we can show the viewers our rosters here?
Let's go with Reggie Miller.
We like
Reggie Miller. That was my second option. That's what I was debating with small. Reggie Miller. All right, let's pop this up. Go ahead and drop a comment on which starting 5 you think would win head to head. Obviously, mine is the best answer for sure. Here are the teams. Yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm just looking at these teams. I have the best by far. There's just no doubt about it. Chase definitely has the worst team. There's no doubt there. Do you agree with me on that, Spinny?
Yeah, I'd go me bus Chase. I gotta be
I see how this
objective.
works. I come on here and you guys just team
Chase,
up on me, huh?
your team's giving up 150 points every game. You
They
have
might
one
score
guy that can play defense.
They might score 200.
See, and I got 4 like A defenders on my team, so
I'm really not scared of Spinny's team though either. I got size, shoot, I got everything on my team, so I'm not really worried.
Shaq and Hakeem, you ain't guarding my team. You can't guard my team.
Okay, but that's my point. I'm saying to you, how are you guarding my team?
I can guard your team all day.
You got bigs to match up with Shaq and Hakeem.
Giannis is
guarding
guarding
Hakeem?
Shaq just fine. I ain't worried about that.
Wow.
To be fair, they're just unguardable in general. But
Let's let the viewers decide. They've
I mean,
seen it.
Shaq would tear me up, but LeBron at the 1, you can't handle that. Your team can't handle it. It's tough.
I can handle it. I'm not worried. Viewers will pick me. I'll get yet another dub in this podcast over you,
If
Spinny.
honestly, I will. If viewers pick you on this one, I will be genuinely surprised because my team is obviously better than yours. So
Spinny, let's throw these rosters on a 2K, and we'll see what's going on.
okay,
Because I know
Get
neither of
outta
you guys
here.
can
I
hang
would
with me
dub
on
you.
2K.
You already know it's over.
Spinny.
Over before it starts.
Bus has got those sliders up every time I come over.
Facts. Slider.
Sliders.
God,
Oh my
Bus.
God.
Always have to go check them.
This is defamation what you guys are doing right now, by the way. So
It's just
I could sue you
facts. We're
guys.
just spitting facts out here.
spitting. No. Okay. No. All right, let's talk about the actual all-star events now that we're done with the draft. First event was the skills challenge. I got the dub in that. I know Spinny said the Rooks were going to win. They did get second, so I'll give you the respect for that because I said they could get last. They got
Didn't.
second. I'll give them their respect there. But yep, Cavs won as anticipated by me and anyone that's actually smart.
Sick.
Did you guys
How'd the
watch it?
3-point contest go for you?
Did you guys watch
I
Skills
missed
Challenge?
out on this one, so no, I did not see it.
I did like the new format this year, the 3 teams of 3. I thought that was more fun to watch than the individual
Yeah.
I liked it
contests of the
better. Less
past.
clunky.
Yeah, I liked it more. 3-point contest, shout out Spinny. He chose correctly. Our boy Cat. Wow. He got it done,
Did
huh,
it.
Chase? Why don't you tell the
Big
viewers about his
big
bet?
man. Yeah, he I believe his odds were what, like 11-1 or something like that to win the 3-point contest, and threw a little bit of money on that. So thank you, Cat. Shout out, getting me some money. But yeah, pretty cool. I think it was actually the 10-year anniversary of when Kevin Love actually won it. And those are the only
Really?
2 big men to win I believe those are the only 2 big men to win the
Yeah, I was
3-point contest as well. So
gonna
Those
say, has
are-
a center ever won the 3-point contest before?
No.
I don't think so, because Kevin
No.
Love's obviously power forward. So
Center, Cat is the first center to ever win the 3-point contest. I saw that on
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
pretty cool. He won the skills challenge as well. So I just got to go for that dunk contest title.
Yeah, now we just need Ant to be a 1, and then we'd be good.
That's true.
But
I
that's
also-
for later. That's for
I also
later. That
do
was
want to
just
point out
a
that
hint drop.
Karl Anthony Towns' 29 points in the final round was the most points ever for a final round. So not only
Yeah,
did
that's pretty impressive.
not only was he the first center to ever win one, but he scored the most points ever in the final round. He did it while
I
wearing
can't
his,
believe he was
his
such an
mama's
underdog.
necklace.
I guess it was, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he being a spot shooter like that's a lot easier for him to grab the ball and shoot it because like that's how he shoots anyways. But guys like Trae Young, they do it off the dribble. So it was no surprise that he made it to the second round, but he kind of struggled after that.
Just like
do feel
Bus
like
can't
spot up
shoot,
shooters,
catch and shoot, has to shoot off the dribble.
Get out of
Oh
here.
man,
Get
getting
out of here.
sickening in men's league,
You know,
dude.
it's true.
Can't get a bucket.
Dunk contest. I said it last week that on paper might be one of the worst dunk contests of all time, and I was 100% correct with my take. That was brutal dunk contest. I got a stat here. The dunkers went 7 for 25 in the first round, 28% on their dunks. Jalen Green went 1 for 9. So yeah, just an absolute brutal
Yes.
showing from Jalen Green. Cole Anthony had a pretty pathetic showing too. Yeah, it was just a gross dunk contest. Juan Toscano had one good dunk. The rest was gross. Obi was the only guy that did anything. He absolutely carried the dunk contest. I'm giving that like a 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. It's one of the worst dunk contests I've seen. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I saw the lineup and just had no interest, so I did not watch it at all. I don't know, unless it's got like Zach LaVine in it, I'm just not interested anymore. It's kind of lost that like entertainment. I don't know. I
It's 'cause
feel like
you're
the
a fake
vibe is just
fan.
completely different. You think so?
I'm
I
just
don't
kidding,
know.
Matt. Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do think that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon kind of, I guess, ruined the
They might
contest.
have ruined it. Yeah.
Because ever since 2016, there's not been one that's even come close to that. That's
No.
probably the best dunk contest ever. I mean, you got-
Okay, let's wind it back a little bit. Maybe the
No.
most like
I'm standing
technically
behind that.
most technically talented dunk contest, maybe.
So then it's the best one. I don't get what you're trying to say. We got a guy, Aaron Gordon, 8 feet in the air, sitting down.
Yeah, but you
Going-
got like stars used to do the dunk contest. Like MJ did the dunk contest. Like,
So
Yeah,
those
that is
type of
one thing
shits,
that they're
like-
lacking.
I
None of the
get what you're
stars want to
saying.
do it
it's
anymore.
got the epicness factor.
I get what you're saying, but that doesn't matter to me at all. It's all about the dunks. If they're throwing Zach LaVine and Aaron going to brew down better dunks than that dunk contest than I've ever seen. Like the Levine's literally going from the free throw line between the legs. Like what? Like that is just unreal athleticism. And then for Aaron Gordon to jump over a mascot in a sitting position and go under his legs and dunk it. It was unreal. I think they kind of ruined the dunk contest. Now it'll never live up to that expectation ever again. I just,
Oh, it will. It will.
You think so?
Yeah.
We gotta
need
get Ja in it.
Yeah, we need guys like Ja and I think Miles Bridges could be a good
Ant
dunk
would be
contest
fun.
guy. Ant already said he's never going to do it though. So
Yeah, he just wants to dunk on people.
yeah, can't blame him there. I guess that's it for the contest. For the game tonight, a little preface here. We are recording Sunday night. We just didn't have time to do it Monday. We'll still release it tomorrow though. But the game just finished not that long ago. Steph Curry, absolutely unreal
Dummy.
throughout the game.
What did he
He had
finish with?
16, right?
16. Yeah,
Yeah.
16 threes, 50 points.
16 threes, 50 points, second most points ever in an All-Star game. Definitely the most threes ever. Just, I don't know what else to say. Just mind-blowing performance by him.
And
he was
you,
hitting them.
you
I mean, they were wide open, but still.
Right. It's an All-Star
Still,
game, but
it's-
still, he's pulling from half court. Like, he's hitting impressive shots.
LeBron's game-winning shot was pretty lit too, honestly.
Yep. GG's. That was pretty sick.
Of course, you got to put in the GOAT's hand.
In Cleveland. In
The
Cleveland.
goat-
Yep.
Bleh.
Hey, who
Guys, that
did
makes
you
me wanna
pick first?
puke.
Who did you pick first overall?
Just to
That's tough.
spite you, which I said, so it doesn't even
I'm
matter.
sure you picked the GOAT over.
I
MJ,
picked the second best player first. I said that. Come on. We got the merch.
Speaking of
We got the merch on that.
Speaking of LeBron, what's your guys' opinions on him stirring up a little drama, saying he'll go play wherever his son is?
First things first, Bronny has to make the league. Sorry, LeBron.
That is
but
true.
he is
That
not
is true.
at this moment. I would say he's not an NBA prospect. Obviously, he has time to go here
Might
before he
have-
graduates high school. But
Might have just helped his chances a little bit though by that statement.
oh yeah, for sure. Some team will probably draft Bronny just because they want LeBron in his last year.
Granted, he'll be 40 years old, but
Still, though, imagine the publicity your team's going to get when you know that it's his
It's the Wolves.
retirement
Wolves are doing
tour.
it.
You know,
that'd be something.
I would love my
I
life.
would
if
get
the Wolves
season
got
tickets
them.
so fast.
Yeah, so would I, for sure.
Except
All right,
season
let's-
tickets would go up about 700% if that happened, but
I know we'd never even make it to a game. That
nope.
would suck. It would cost so much money. It's already pretty expensive now compared to a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
Pretty expensive. You can get a ticket for $20 to any game. Get out of here.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you
kind of
can.
games? You go into the Wednesday night Detroit Pistons game or what?
Get upper level seats for not
Bro,
expensive.
I'm not sitting in the upper level.
Come on.
No, not sitting upper
Why?
level. No,
Why?
not doing that.
Rude.
All right,
Upper
let's
level
jump
has
to-
more fun.
let's jump to the next topic while Spinny keeps saying dumb stuff. All right, we're gonna talk now that All-Star break's over. We're gonna talk second half of the NBA season, make some predictions. Well, I guess we already made predictions here. debate them a little bit. Who do you think is going to be the best, finish the season with the best record?
Suns.
You think
Yeah,
so?
definitely the Suns. Oh yeah,
Easily. I wouldn't say easily.
Easily.
They just lost Chris Paul for a minimum
Oh,
of 8
true.
weeks.
I forgot that. I forgot that. That's tough.
That is true.
He was at the All-Star game tonight, though. I was confused.
Yeah, no, I didn't really understand why he did that too. But yeah, he is out. It might even be longer. He's reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks. So I would say he's out a minimum of 8 weeks. I think, when you lose your star point guard, your leader like that, that's going to ruin some things. I think they might skid here. They won't obviously be terrible. They're still a legitly
we're about to see
team,
how many wins Chris Paul generates, though. Honestly,
pretty much that's the point I'm trying to make. So yeah, we'll see what happens. MVP looks like we are all in agreement, and Joel Embiid just having a monster season. As we know, though, the MVP is 100% a narrative-based award, at least in my opinion. If you want to argue that, you can, but I think it's definitely a narrative-based award. If you look at the numbers, I got Giannis and Jokic having better MVP seasons than Embiid, but the narrative, at least all of 2022, has been Embiid, and I think it will continue to be Embiid. As of right now, leads the NBA in scoring, probably averaging like 12 rebounds a game too. So those are obviously impressive stats.
Yep.
Yeah, but you got to also put into consideration the records.
Yeah, the thing is though, the Sixers are only like the 3 or 4 seed right now.
Yeah, but the East is all like a jumbled
It is so
mess,
balanced.
so
I'm pretty sure that from the 1 to like 7 seed is only 5 games.
Yeah,
in
it's
between,
all real close.
something like that.
The East playoffs are going to be fun.
Well, the Nets are the 8 seed right now.
Yeah.
So that might be interesting once they get KD back.
I hope we get a 76ers Nets matchup in the playoffs. We need that.
Yeah, that would be lit.
Dramatic.
Rookie of the year is Evan Mobley for sure.
Oh yeah, we're all in agreement there. He's having a terrific season. 15 and 8, I think, with 2 blocks a game.
Yep.
His defensive impact is
his
insane
impact on the game
for a
He just reminds me.
20-year-old
reminds
kid.
me so much of Chris Bosh.
Yeah, except even a better defender.
Yeah, Chris Bosh was always mid at defense. Come on.
That is true.
But Mobley, I looked at the DPOY odds a couple of days ago, and he jumped. He's like top 6 now in DPOY as a rookie. Like you said, being a 20-year-old kid out here making just a huge impact on defensive end. So
that never happens on the defensive end in the NBA. Like, honestly, like even
as a rookie, you mean?
Yeah. Even those guys that become good later on the defensive end, like the rookie year is always sketchy. So it's crazy what he's done.
Yeah, just imagine how good he'll be when he's 25 years old. That's gonna be something to see a couple of years from now for sure. All right, 6 man, we are all in agreement there. Tyler Hero leads the NBA in scoring off the bench, just over 20 games, also around 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. No other option comes to mind, honestly, to me. I think Tyler Hero might unanimously win this award. I'm sure he won't, but in my opinion, I don't even have another choice to give you guys.
He's balled out. He had some haters. People were hating on him pretty good, and he came back and showed out.
Yeah.
So.
What it is. Kentucky represent. My boys, they just show out in the NBA. What can I say? No reaction. There's the eye roll.
Heat are kind of quietly leading the East too right now, aren't they?
Yep, Heat are nice this year for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, DPOY. I guess Spinny, you're gonna have to back your Draymond pick here, since Chase and I are both in agreement that Rudy will end up winning DPOY yet again.
Yeah, Rudy's probably going to because Draymond's been hurt for so long, and you have to, you got to play a good amount of the games. Draymond's just not going to make enough of the games. But I just thought he it was cool to see him kind of come back and have a big defensive impact this year after the last couple of years of being sketch, at least
Yeah.
from a statistics standpoint on the defensive end. So it was cool. I think he's just kind of like rejuvenated, and their team, everyone's rejuvenated over there. So that was just cool to see. I had to give him a little credit, even though, yeah, he's probably not going to actually win it.
Yeah, I mean, not a huge Draymond guy. Obviously, I've already said on this podcast, I absolutely hate Rudy Gobert. So I prefer that neither of them win DPOY.
I highly second that.
Yeah, I mean, Rudy, if he wins, it'll be his 4th DPOY in 5 years, which is definitely the best stretch of anybody in NBA history. I think 4 is probably the most ever DPOY is probably. And to do it 4 and 5 years, that's just unheard of. So I got to give him his respect, I guess.
Low key, Giannis
tough
could
too,
win this
'cause
award too. Still.
Those two
Giannis,
play
you said?
completely different defense.
Yeah, see, obviously Rudy's only guarding bigs, rim protector. Draymond's more versatile, can guard multiple positions. So, yeah,
Rudy's
I do
awards
like-
tick me off though, because I feel like you should have to be able to play in the last 6 minutes of a meaningful
Well, and I
game in
think-
the playoffs to win DPOI.
yeah.
Like, this man can't stay on the court because he can't guard guards.
Yeah, they
Tough.
just go small, and that's how the Jazz
I
always
think
lose.
that was always the argument with Ben Simmons. Like, he's guarding, usually the best guy on the floor every night, 1 through 4 at least. And like you said, Rudy's just guarding bigs.
Ben Simmons is going to play a lot of basically the 5, I think, with the Nets, or KD's the 5.
I think so too.
KD's
play
probably
that
the
point.
5. Like,
He might
defensive.
play that point forward a
Depends on
little
the
bit,
guy,
but
but-
you'd think those two are gonna have the ball in their hands.
All right,
Simmons,
next.
yeah, Simmons gonna be good. Most improved, John Moran across the board. I mean, he went up like 7 points, go from 19 to 26, just under 27 points a game. That's insane. And then obviously the impact, just not even statistically, but the impact on basketball. I mean, the Grizzlies are the 3 seed right now in the West. They have a 3rd best record in the
Nuts.
NBA.
Nuts.
Yeah, they're
So it's
they're
yeah.
doing really well.
Statistically, he's improved in basically every category, and then the impact on basketball is just way more this year than it was last year, and that's why you see the Grizzlies having a great record, and I think they'll continue that through the rest of the season.
So scoring, this is another choke pick by me because LeBron's hurt too, and so we're gonna see like how much not hurt, but geez, man, it's not my night tonight. But I don't know if LeBron's gonna actually win it based on how much he's gonna play with the Lakers and how that's gonna go. But I just went with my heart a little bit on this one because winning it in your 18th year is pretty cool.
19th year, but
19th
why?
year.
Like, why do you guys think it's LeBron right now? He's 3rd, I think. So he's gonna have to increase his scoring output going
Well,
forward.
you said Embiid's leading, right?
Embiid is 1st right now. Yes.
I think that with James Harden coming there, he's gonna obviously get the ball in his hand, and I think that's gonna take away some of Embiid's scoring. And obviously Anthony Davis just busted his ankle for the 75th time, so he's out for a couple weeks, and the Lakers have nobody. So I think LeBron's gonna obviously gonna be in heavy usage. So I don't know. We'll see.
still-
But like Spinny said, LeBron's still kind of banged up, I feel like, a little bit. So we'll see how much he plays. And I don't know. The Lakers are just trash right now. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why I don't. I get your guys' points there, but I just can't picture LeBron increasing his scoring that much to jump not only Joel but also jump Giannis, and also potentially jump KD if KD ends up finishing with enough games to qualify. So that's going to be tough for LeBron to do that. Obviously, with no AD, the defense is going to be 100% focused on LeBron.
I do think that he does. I think that he does have a little bit of interest in getting that scoring title, though. Just being this late in his career, I think that would just be like a cool, and obviously
he's got
kind of
motivation.
accomplished everything else. Yeah, he's accomplished everything else. So
Yeah, I'm still giving it to Embiid though. I think even with Harden, he's dropping 30 a night still because there's just no big man that can guard him. He's still going to be the focal point of the offense. he's been the narrative-driven MVP all season. So I just think he's still going to be the go-to option. James Harden will be like a 1B option. And yeah, James Harden was flirting with like 10 assists a game on the net. So I think he's going to be doing similar numbers on the Sixers. Coach of the year, Taylor Jenkins. Chase, what do you got? What do you got about Taylor Jenkins?
I don't know. I just I guess it could be credit to John Morant too, but
Taylor, he's the Grizzlies coach, right?
Yeah, he's Memphis coach. I don't know. Like you said, are they the 3 seed right now?
Yes, 3 seed in the West.
Yeah, so that's just pretty impressive. I think that was not expected at all. I think they were maybe more of like a team prior to the season thought of as like kind of that bubble team of maybe flirting with that play-in spot. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but they definitely were not expected to be a top 3 team in the West. So
For sure.
yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty impressive. So yeah.
Spinny, why'd you pick Billy Donovan?
Yeah, I guess when I'm just shooting for coach of the year, you go big improvement and top 3 record in the conference. And so that fit the Bulls. And so I think they've kind of got the narrative too on their season kind of cool with DeMar showing out and just kind of all the pieces really finally Zach LaVine and just making all that work, Vucevic, and they got a lot of players up there. And when they've been able to stay healthy this season, they've done really well. So I think that that was just my best guess logic pick based on how coach of the year goes.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's essentially why I picked Billy Donovan, but I also picked Billy Donovan because he was my preseason pick. So I just had to stick with him. He's obviously still a candidate at this point, like you said, because they're good. Huge improvement from last year, and I think once they get fully healthy, obviously they've been dealing with Crusoe's out, Lonzo's out. Once they get fully healthy, they're a tough team to beat in the East with DeMar, LaVine, Vucevic. They're pretty loaded, actually. Not gonna lie.
Like I said, the East playoffs, guys, the first round in the East is gonna be nuts. Great series, like 4 really, really good series.
Yeah, I think any higher seed could get bounced. I really do think that. Obviously, the Bucks and Sixers, like those teams that stand out a little more, probably won't get bounced, but they definitely could.
Well, especially if Brooklyn just barely squeaks in there too, and they're gonna end up like an 8 seed or something. Like, they're obviously a dangerous 8 seed.
Currently,
listen to these 10. We got Miami, Chicago, Philly, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Boston, Toronto, and Brooklyn.
That was in order, right?
Yeah, that was in order. But
how many was that?
8. But we're talking right now it'd be Boston and Philadelphia, Toronto and Chicago, Miami and Brooklyn, Cleveland and Milwaukee. Like, those are going to be good series.
Yeah,
I like those series. That sounds like some good TV for sure.
Facts.
I think the West will have good series though too, especially if the Lakers somehow squeeze in towards the end.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It would obviously suck to get 2 back-to-back first-round exits for LeBron. That would be tough, but yeah, that would be interesting if they kind of squeaked in there. You never know with a healthy AD or whatever, and LeBron. Obviously, anything can happen. So
yeah, definitely.
Playoffs are a lot of times about experience in the NBA too. So
well, since we're talking about playoffs, let's jump to the finals. I'm a little surprised that we have the same pick here. Why'd you?
I'm surprised you both.
You think Bucks are gonna?
Come on.
You think the Bucks gonna repeat, Spinny?
Yeah, I mean, I just got to give the Bucks credit. I'm a Bucks hater, 100% hardcore Bucks hater.
Same.
And so they won it last year. Giannis stepped up. He played ridiculous. He had the ridiculous series against Brooklyn, and then he was ridiculous, obviously, in the finals. Like, he just said, "I'm that good. I'm one of these top."
I'm that guy, is what he said.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm the top 5 guy in the NBA that can step up and win you a finals. Like just be that amazing. And so I got to give him credit. And they've had injuries and in and outs a lot, but But when you get Holiday, Middleton, and Giannis all together, they're tough, and they've played together so long. I mean, obviously not Holiday, but like Middleton and Giannis, like so long, and the chemistry's so good, and they're just slick, and they are what an NBA championship team is, and so I gotta give them
Facts.
credit. That's why I went with them. When it comes to the West, I honestly, I don't know. I was conflicted. I didn't want to do Bucks Suns again because I think repeats of the same finals, especially when you don't have dominant teams, is unlikely, just given percentages and such. So that's why I went with the Warriors. I feel like Steph Curry's obviously still on another level. And when they could get everything figured out, and if they go get hot shooting, they're really hard to beat. The size thing's the only thing that scares me in the playoffs, I guess, for them. Like if they end up with like a Lakers or one of those bigger teams in the West as their first round matchup, that's kind of scary for them given their weakness.
They have no bigs.
Yeah, inside defense weakness. But yeah, that's what I went. I think the Bucks are gonna do it, make it happen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I picked the same teams for the exact reasons. I think that's why I had the Bucks winning over the Warriors for that size advantage they got there. Like you said, there's no one on the Warriors. Draymond can't. There's no one on the Warriors that can guard Giannis. Draymond can't. I don't accept that argument if someone's trying to tell me that Draymond can guard Giannis. He can't. No one can guard Giannis.
Maybe he can.
It was tough for me too. I gave the Warriors a slight edge just because I think the Suns are going to fall off a little bit, like I said, due to this Chris Paul injury. And so yeah, I think the Warriors having Clay back, Steph back, Draymond back, the original three, maybe throwing Wiggins this year. Yeah, I think they're going to be the team to be in the West. And then I threw the Bucks in over the Sixers because I just think guards. Obviously, they got Matisse Thybulle to guard Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday, but I just think the Bucks are better in the backcourt. And then I don't think Joel can guard Giannis, and I think Giannis can somewhat guard Joel. So that's why I picked the Bucks over the Sixers for the East. I think the Bucks Sixers are the best two teams. I would say the Warriors and Suns. I would say those four teams we're gonna see two of those teams square off in the finals. Chase?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Chase,
Yeah,
what do you got? Give us your logic.
I'm going in a different direction than you guys. I like the Suns, and I like the Sixers as well. But I just think that the Suns, that experience in the finals last year, and I don't know, I like Chris Paul in the playoffs too, so I think they can get it done. But I don't know, Joel Embiid and James Harden is going to be dirty combo, so that's going to be fun to watch. We'll see what happens, but I do really like the Warriors pick as well because I did think about them as my choice as well, but I don't know. I just don't think that I don't know if they'll get that rhythm back. I don't know. I don't know how healthy Clay is. I haven't really watched him yet. And like you said, Draymond's kind of banged up, so we'll see, but I don't know.
I think your Sixers take is probably just pretty bad in my opinion, just because. Oh, Spinny, come on. You said this last week's episode. We got one of the biggest playoff chokers of all time on their team, who's their second best player now, James Harden.
That is
You
true.
can't say it's pretty bad when you have Joel and James Harden on a team with,
Right, but we don't know how
the
that works.
supporting cast they still have around them. That's too much talent to be a bad take. Come on.
We don't know how that's going to fit together. We got a ISO dominant guard with a post who needs the ball in the post to do his damage. So
yeah, but you act like
dominant
James
guys.
Harden can't shoot.
I'm just saying, James Harden's going to choke in the playoffs.
And pick and roll with Embiid and Harden. Come on.
We'll come back to this. Harden will choke.
Future debate where I roast you.
I would not be surprised if they don't even make the Eastern Conference Finals. I would not be surprised.
How many teams do you guys think are like legitimate title contenders that have like a legit chance? I just kind of want to hear your guys' list. How many?
Well, I said the four: the Bucks, Sixers, Suns and Warriors, and then I would add as a fifth sleeper team, I would add the Heat. I like the Heat this year. I don't really think any other team in the West has a chance besides the Suns or Warriors in my eyes.
I think Brooklyn
Yeah, I
has a shot
agree.
too.
I agree. Those are the only two teams in the West that I
Yeah,
think can win it.
Brooklyn could have a shot too if KD comes back healthy and then that trio mesh together well too. So
Because if KD
I
can
could
come back
definitely-
healthy, it's looking like they're kind of looking to change the rules about Kyrie playing in New York. So if
Oh,
if
for
we
real?
could get full-time Kyrie and
But
Kevin Durant.
they can't just change the rules. So it's a
Well,
citywide ordinance.
No.
So
But the thing is, players that come in from other teams can be unvaccinated and play at Barclays. Just players on the Nets can't play
Oh,
there
really?
unvaccinated.
okay, I didn't
Yes,
know that.
that's been the rule the whole time, and that's why like recently it's been getting a little bit of like footing on that. Like, okay, like this is dumb. Like, regardless of what you believe about it, the fact that that's a double standard either way. That visiting players can come in and play when they're not vaccinated, but Kyrie can't on that team. Like, that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, that would definitely make things interesting. You get a healthy KD, a Simmons in there, and then Kyrie full time. Yeah, they're going to be one of those teams. I'd even put them ahead of the Sixers, honestly. Slight advantage there, just because they got finals and experience in Kyrie and KD. So as we
And
know,
they
in the
have
playoffs,
Kevin Durant, who's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got
better than
they got
everybody. So
they got freaking KD on their team. So
I'm
no one
a
can
little
guard KD
surprised
in the East.
A little surprised Spinny didn't mention his boy Jaylen Brown and the Celtics.
Yeah,
yeah,
Spinny, where's your love there?
Celtics are taking a first round playoff loss, most likely. I mean, they need a point guard. We need a point. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
You guys
maybe
just
Derek
lost Dennis
White.
Schroeder.
Maybe Derek White will ball out and
Gross. Irrelevant trade.
light him up in the playoffs. But I mean, if they got the right
think-
matchup, they could win it. Like, I think there's teams in the East they could beat in a playoff series, but not Milwaukee, Philly, or Brooklyn, probably. So
Yeah. No, I don't think so either.
What about the Bulls though?
like the Bulls, that's a team I think that maybe they could like at least challenge in a playoff
Yeah.
series. The Bulls
That's
will
a
probably
fringe.
win, but
That's a fringe team.
yeah.
They're deep enough. I don't know. They just don't have like the go-to. I don't know. I guess DeMar
It's
probably
tough.
the
It's a
go-to guy, but
completely new team. Like everyone is kind of new there.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
obviously always makes things hard. So
and I'm always giving the slight playoff advantage to teams that have more playoff experience.
facts.
So
Yep.
that's why I'm not giving the Bulls a lot of love because none of those guys have ever been to the finals or anything like that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I think we're good with that. Let's jump to our last segment here since Chase.
Yeah, we get to
is,
get to the cool part now. The big interview of our guest interview.
yes, sir.
Um,
Chase is a big
You guys got
Timberwolves
some
fan,
questions for me?
as he mentioned.
Huge,
so we are
huge
going
insider
to.
over here.
Yeah, he alleges to be an insider of the Timberwolves, but whatever.
That
We
is
do
not
have
true.
we do have some questions we're gonna ask you. We're gonna let you lead the T-Wolves talk a little bit. We're gonna talk about mainly just what the expectations are going forward for the Timberwolves. But my first
Yeah.
question for you, Chase, is how do you think the Wolves season has gone so far up to this point? Is it below your expectations, at your expectations? Has it exceeded it? What do you think about the season so far?
I think it's kind of where I expected them to be, but I think the team is not at all how I envisioned it, like at all. Like we kind of have a lot of misfits, I feel like, and like kind of just role guys. But they've all been like completely like gelling. I don't know. It seems like they have really good chemistry this year. So that's why I think you didn't see them make a trade at the deadline. I'm sure they had offers, smaller trades that they could have maybe done something with, but they chose chemistry. So yeah, I don't know. I think that, yeah, they're kind of right at where I expected them to be. It's kind of crazy. This is, I think, the second time in the last like 17 plus years, maybe, that they've had a winning record at the All-Star break. So we'll take that.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
yeah, any playoff spot will be nice, but it is really cool to kind of see them actually kind of, they kind of,
Actually
I
be
don't know.
good and compete.
Yeah, and they've kind of grew their team. Pat Bev has been a huge addition. Just in the locker room, you can tell how much he impacts the team. And Anthony Edwards has definitely taken more steps this year, I feel like. But he's going to be so fun to watch when he's 25, like you said with Evan Mobley. Like, oh my God, he is superstar in the making. So
he's a freak for sure. I think I would agree with you that our season so far is pretty on par with my preseason expectations. I think we'd be a late playoff seed, 6 to 8, which right now we're sitting at 7. So pretty at my expectations. Yeah, I have pretty high expectations of the Wolves from here going forward for sure. Spin, you got the next question.
All right, let's get it. So the big thing with the Wolves this year has been transition offense, right? Like we're like top 5 in the league in transition scoring. So do you worry about the Wolves in a playoff series executing a fast break offense? Like, because obviously in the playoffs, it's a different type of defense. We're not allowing that transition BS very much. So do you worry about that in a playoff series?
I would say it's a little bit something to be concerned about, I guess. Like you said, in the playoffs, the defense obviously picks up and guys lock in, especially playoff teams that have experience. So that's something that obviously the Timberwolves lack. So that in general makes me concerned for them. But I don't know. I think that they've kind of just done a good job at playing their game. Like they don't really, I don't know, they won a lot of games this year that they would have easily lost in years past. And like I love Chris Finch. I think he was a great hire. Shout out Gerson Rosas. If he did one thing right, it was probably that. That and getting D'Angelo Russell. So yeah, I don't know. I think Chris Finch will come up with some
I'm
good
gonna
offensive
shrug at
schemes
that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think D'Lo's the answer. I think we gotta get rid of him if we want to make a true push.
Really, have you watched the games?
Yes, I watch the games.
I just don't
Chase,
know.
you have a biased opinion on D'Lo because he's
But
been one
I
of your
think
favorite guys.
no. I agree with that, but I do think that the issue is the market for him is not high. So like, who are we gonna get that's better than him? Unless you're gonna get a couple guys, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
is D'Lo a 3 on a championship team?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
and that's what I think. I think so, 100%.
Okay. All right, I respect
what
that.
What do you think?
Disagree, but respect.
You're telling me D'Angelo Russell cannot be the 3 on a championship team?
No,
I don't think so. If he is your 3, you're not winning the championship.
Definitely cannot be a 1 or 2, but I think a 3, depending who you got.
So you're telling me,
okay. Like maybe like put him like switch him with Russ, right? Like LeBron, AD, and D'Lo, maybe. But like,
yeah, maybe give him a top 5 player in the league, maybe.
Yeah, give him 2 top 5 players and he could be the 3. But like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think he with our team, I think he fits our team really well. So I don't know. If we can get someone better, obviously, I would love that.
I do like D'Lo. He, like you said, has played really well. I don't see it. He's not going to be the guy.
Another thing that kind of concerns me, I do think, obviously, like you always do what's best for the team or whatever, but it would concern me what Cat's opinion on that would be if we got rid of him.
It's true. Yeah, that's good point. Good point.
Because obviously, and I think obviously Ant is going to be our franchise player, but Cat is also a franchise player too. So
Cat's that guy. Yeah. We got 2 guys on our team, so we got to build around them. And like I said, I think we need to find a better third. I don't know. Like you said, options are kind of slim, but I think if we want to be a true contender, we got to get a better third. I don't think D'Lo's going to get us there. I just don't think that's enough.
Yeah, they'll have to do something this offseason. I don't know what they'll do, but it'll be interesting to see how they finish the year. Hopefully they can stay healthy and make a little noise in the playoffs. I don't really expect them to maybe win a series, but
so this kind of leads in my next question. What's been the biggest surprise to you this season about the Wolves, whether it be personnel wise, trade deadline wise, not making trades, whatever it is? What's been the biggest surprise?
I guess the biggest surprise would probably just be that we've had rosters in the past where we've had a bunch of these role guys and they just are worthless. And this team seems like they've just really, really embraced that chemistry that they have together or whatever. And I think that's a lot of that's a reason why they're having success on the court. They all like each other. They get along. I mean, we've obviously in the
They're
past
just having fun out there. Looks like they're actually having fun for once.
Yeah. In the past, it was always just kind of, I don't know, the Timberwolves just always had a negative or just down in the dumps vibe, I feel like, and that's coming from a diehard fan. So we've been through some brutal years.
Brutal years.
Guys that I really love are Jared Vanderbilt. He is insane on the defensive end, and hopefully he can develop some sort of shot.
Yeah, that's been my biggest surprise is Jared Vanderbilt. He is playing a lot better than I was gonna say him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the biggest surprise, but I just think more of the team chemistry is kind of my biggest surprise. I can't believe how well they're playing together. Cat's finally seemed like he's kind of matured a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. He still likes to whine a good amount, but
that's a lot of NBA players though.
Yeah. Everyone does that in the NBA. So it's if you really want to nitpick and count how many times guys complain.
All right. I think it's my turn now. So it's my second and final question for you, my guy. So is there a playoff matchup for the Wolves that you like? When you think maybe we could at least compete or win in a playoff series against?
Honestly, any team but those top two.
Man, that's how you think so? You're giving them stuff against Utah or Dallas or the Nuggets?
Yeah, because how long is Michael Porter out?
Season.
For a year, right?
He's out the whole year.
And yeah. What about Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray should make a comeback before the end of the season, I believe.
Towards the playoffs, kind of.
I think.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he'll be back before playoffs, but I could be wrong on that. But I think he's back before.
I think that's the plan, anyways.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I honestly don't really. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't really like the matchup against the Mavericks either, but I think that Memphis is obviously good and would be
I almost
dangerous,
like the Mavs. They're one of the most.
They're inexperienced Memphis. I think that would kind of favor us a little bit too. I don't know. That'd be a good matchup, but I definitely think they could beat Denver and Utah. I think Utah would be tougher than Denver even, honestly.
Why'd you give me that look, Spinny?
Because Dallas is dogging us. We might get a game or two, but
I think Luka would.
You saw what Luka did in the playoffs against Kawhi and Paul George. And
it'll be interesting to see how they
have a chance to beat them,
because that was a ass trade.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what they were doing there. I don't necessarily think Porzingis is amazing or the unicorn they make him out to be, but I don't know. Spencer Dinwiddie to me is just overrated at this point and not that good.
Well, the Mavs, they don't have anybody that can guard Cat. Cat will absolutely eat the Mavs alive.
Boban's lighting Cat up.
What? No, we could. I agree with Chase. The only teams obviously any team can beat us, but the teams I would feel actually confident going into any series other than the Warriors and Suns. I think we have
Jokic could almost single-handedly beat us by himself, honestly.
No, I think we could put
Nuggets are weak this year.
Defensively,
Nuggets are weak.
Yeah, I don't think
Jokic is out there one man and
very deep.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon, he's a freaking bomb, just absolute worthless on my fantasy team. Trying to get rid of him in my dynasty team. Just a joke.
The Wolves are 2.5 back right now of that 6 seed behind the Nuggets. So, and then they're 2 games ahead of the Clippers.
See, but we
I
got to
guess
get the 6th seed if we want any hope.
I
Because if
know.
we finish
No,
7
I
or
know.
lower, we have to play the Suns or the Warriors.
Right.
It's
we're
tough.
screwed if we get lower than 6 seed for sure.
Yeah.
But this talk leads into my final question for you, Chase. How will the T-Wolves finish the season? Like, what are your expectations? You think playoffs? Like, are you expecting playoffs? If we don't make playoffs, you're gonna be disappointed. Like, what are your expectations?
Oh, if we don't make the playoffs, I will be extremely disappointed. Just
You got us as a playoff
especially,
team,
like,
no matter what.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. It'll be interesting to see if we can squeak into that 6 seed. Hopefully we can. But I hate that they still have this expanded playoffs or whatever. Like, it is, I understand the intent behind it a little bit, and it is kind of creates a little bit of excitement, whatever, but I don't know, it just kind of ruins things, I feel like, too, because like the Timberwolves could get bounced just by like the Lakers or something like
Yeah,
that if
that's
they got
like,
back
yeah,
or something
for
like
sure.
that. No, I definitely think they'll be a playoff team. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high because
They
Minnesota
always
sports
break them.
always break our hearts. I just hope they stay healthy because I want to actually see what this team can do. Like,
So are we a first round exit?
Yeah.
if
Like,
we
is
get
that-
that 6 seed, I do like us winning a series. But if it's against Memphis,
I do
or
want to.
I don't know. I think they could still beat Utah, but Utah.
do wanna
Memphis was the matchup that I like keyed in and on, and I thought we could compete with in a playoff series at least.
Yeah, I like that too because I think they're super super young too.
Yeah.
But I think our guys are a little more, I don't know, experienced, and I think we kind of have I don't know. They do have a nice roster. I was gonna say we're deeper, but they do have a nice roster.
They do.
And they're so young. Like, they're in the same position as we are.
I do
All
want to
right.
mention that a couple weeks ago, Chase was texting me and went as far to say that the Wolves will make the Western Conference Finals. So it's funny that you have a little different opinion on here.
He was just being a homer a little bit, hyping up the squad, and now he's just being realistic. It's with your head and your heart. It's okay. You're allowed to do that. Stop
And I
bullying
guess.
Chase, Bus.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess,
Stop
but
bullying our guests. We don't want to get any more. Come on. Now.
There might have been a drink or two involved with that statement, but we'll see.
Might have been. Huh?
Never
all right,
know.
that's fair. That's fair.
You never know. You never know what the playoff path will bring. So bring on Memphis. Let's go.
All right. Well,
Let's wrap up the show here, huh?
Yeah, it was successful. We had our successful first guest. This Chase gracing the show. Thank you for coming on, my guy.
Little
wanna,
rough around the edges, but maybe hopefully you guys will have me back for a second one. We'll
Heck yeah, we
work
got
on
Chase's
some
Twitter up
kinks.
here, so please give that a look. The old
Yeah,
at
or don't.
CDR15. Give him a
CDR15.
follow.
Go follow him.
Got some pretty bad sports takes and
Real bad.
yeah. Not very.
Okay, so we got the socials rocking a little bit. So we got a Twitter and Instagram, at HH Sports Pod. So go give it a follow. Check it out. We'll be keeping you up to date on the content and stuff there. That stuff's in our personal social medias too. So if you want links to it, all that stuff, check it out. Podcast wise, obviously we're still on YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces if you want to interact with us more, but we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So more user friendly way to listen on the go. So check us out on there if you want to also, and all that can be found in our social medias. So sorry to give you that boring 5-minute update, but just keeping you all up to date on where we're at. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, there's our pinned tweet on Twitter right now it's got all 3 links to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So yeah, go ahead, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Give Chase a follow if you want to see some terrible sport takes that you had to listen to this whole past hour as well. I'm just kidding, Chase. You were great.
I do.
Thanks for coming on.
I do feel bad for whoever has to go through this one.
No, it was
listen to
good.
you,
It was good.
Chase.
We appreciate you coming on though.
Make sure you throw me that vote for the all-time
Oh, yeah,
75 list.
Comment the starting five. Make sure you comment on that. I know I had the best starting five for sure. Chase, you had the worst, no doubt about it. But yeah, that was it
All
for
right.
episode 3.
That was
Thanks
it. I
for,
do want to add one more thing quick before we wrap up, and that's my
Jesus,
jersey guest of the week.
Oh, gross.
So this is all you
nasty.
get. This is all you get, viewers. And I want some comments and guesses on what jersey it is, and then I'll reveal it next week, and then we'll have a new one you can guess on. So keep you on
the
your
hint is
toes, keep you
nasty.
paying attention to not just we're talking, but in the background. So thank you guys for listening today. This was Hard-Headed episode 3. Bye.
Hey,
Your jersey
thank you
hint
guys
is
for having me.
nasty. It's a nasty
Bye.
jersey.
Bye,
All right.
viewers.
Peace out, y'all.